Hello and welcome back everybody to Symphonic Rain. Boy oh boy, has it been a week. I know I'm saying that a lot lately, but this was really the most hardworking week I probably had ever in my life. Like free time wise, I did basically nothing this week. The only free time thing I did this week was watching the first 10 episodes of Hokuto no Ken, or Fist of the North Star. And Jesus, good anime. The grandfather of all battle shonen, basically. And it's, of course it's old, but it's very entertaining. You should check it out if you're into animes and stuff like that. But yeah, I basically did nothing else. And now I finally came back to recording. Hallelujah. Next week should be better. There should be like at least 2 or 3 episodes of Symphonic Rain. And I don't know, man, I've got so many stuff on my plate. I've been asked to play the game VG Person just anymore, but VG Person released the game a few weeks ago, and there are new games from Nom Nom Nami, and there is also Pocket Mirror, which I started and which I probably have played like 3 weeks ago, and I've also got to play Clannad, like Jesus Christ! So much stuff to do and so little time. I've got to work something out, man. But let's concentrate on Symphonic Rain, shall we? So, last time, if I remember correctly, we were basically done with Arietta for good. And Chris is basically very much into far, nearly kissed and stuff. And we're probably pretty close to them becoming a couple. Although there is some sort of twist coming. And I know that why. People, let me tell you one thing. If you write in the comments something like, he is not aware of the twist, or he was not spoiled, he is not aware of the twist coming. That is also kind of a spoiler, because now I know there is a twist coming. I don't know what the twist is, but I know there's something coming. I didn't even answer many comments this week. I think I've got like 10 comments this week and I answered like 2. It was a crazy week, man. Anyway, let's finally start, shall we? Wasted 2 minutes again, god damn it. My preparations had only taken up 10 minutes, so there was no need for me to run. Not that I could take it easy either, but I would still make it if I walked at a moderately quick pace. Sometimes I feel like I start to forget English. You know, when, like in the heyday of this channel, which isn't too long ago, I guess, because I used to upload way more frequently until a few weeks ago, but it was like English became my second mother tongue. And now I haven't spoken English like in a week or so. That's kind of weird, you know? It's like, I gotta go back into the groove, you know? Good morning.
Ohayo, Chris-san.
Exchanging greetings, we began our individual preparations. I set up the music sheets in front of me and sit down behind the fortel, and suddenly tensed up.
いよいよ明日だね。
Oh, yeah, right. That is what I forgot. What happened last episode. Chris, for some reason, can't play well anymore. There's something wrong with this music. Maybe it's because Forney is gone, I don't know, but we shall see. Huh? Oh yeah, you're right. Do you know the details?
キャンパスの掲示板に細かいことが書いてあったけど、気にすることはほとんどないよ。
I'd never really thought about it until now, but the Fortel recitals were on Friday, and the other departments had their recitals roughly in the week after that. Torta would probably be up sometime next week. There were almost 200 students in total in the single grade, but there were also departments that didn't have recitals, like the poetry department. Makes sense. I guess? I mean, of course you could also do a poetry recital, but, that's not a good final exam, I'd say. On the other hand, what do you do in poetry class? Do you write poems, or do you... Well, you probably also learn to recite poems, but it's probably mostly about making literature and not reciting literature. Anywho. Furthermore, Fortel students generally paired with vocalists, so in essence there were maybe 30 pairs per day. While it was allowed to pair with someone outside the vocal department, this was hardly ever done, so those numbers were probably close. So, when are we up?
クリスさんの名前は午後の めに書いてあったから、時間は1時半からになるけど。
I see. So we're up first in the afternoon, huh?
調べてなかったの？
I was too focused on practice. Yeah, let's leave it at that.
もう、とにかく明日も練習室は空いてるから、今日と同じ時間に集まって軽く練習してから本番に臨みましょう。
Roger. So, what do we do today?
納得のいくまで練習って。
Whoops. Satisfied, huh? Just checking. But who's going to decide that?
二人ともに決まってるでしょ。
Roger that.
じゃあ始めましょう。
Oh, we are actually doing that. Nah, but I'm not singing again. Like, Jesus Christ, was that some cringy shit. Probably shouldn't have done that. Like, probably shouldn't have done that. He says and then loads it up as a single clip. Sometimes I'm kinda stupid now that I think about it. Okay, so we played our music piece and Fal just asked me if we want to practice more. And to be honest, I expected that we should practice more. But according to the walkthrough, I am supposed to stop. And who am I to not obey the walkthrough? Probably should have saved now that I think about it. Ah well. Phew. Nah, I think this is good enough. Apparently we had been so focused on our rehearsal that we hadn't kept track of time. It would be detrimental to tomorrow's performance if I got myself exhausted now, so I decided to release my hands from the keyboard. Ah, okay. Well, makes sense, I guess.
そうね。
The performance was at the tolerable level. All minor mistakes had been ironed out, and our rendering of the piece and tempo had been perfectly synchronized.
今日はここまでにしましょう。
Fal said tiredly. She must have been exhausted by now. Are you tired?
ちょっとだけね。大丈夫よ。
She said as she began cleaning up. I didn't want to keep her waiting, so I did the same. After we finished and were about to leave the room, I said, Hey, shall I walk you home today? I'm just a little worried, that's all.
心配？
Work and practice must be murder on your body. You're sure you're alright?
ありがとう。そうね。でも、その前に私、寄らなくちゃいけないところがあるから。
Don't tell me you're taking requests again.
まさか。それより、今日は私の部屋に来ない？
Huh? Didn't you have to go somewhere else?
うん。その後で、少し話でもしたいなって思って。
Oh, is that the twist we were talking about? Now I'm wondering what kind of twist it is. Like, if I had to pull something out of my ass, something completely random, it would be like Fal was there to test Chris all along. But she legitimately fell in love with him. And now they need to talk about the you know what, that is so much out of the left field that I would be actually angry if that was true. But now I'm curious. Don't tell me that there are twists coming, people. Talk to me.
明日のこととか、これからのこととか。
Okay, that already sounds better. Nothing out of the left field. Yeah, you're right. I don't mind if you're okay with it. But to be honest, I kinda would do that after the performance, to be honest. Like, this is not the perfect point of time to do
じゃ
that.
あ、これが部屋の鍵。上がって適当に待ってて。
Ooh. Are you sure?
信頼してるから。でも、あんまりいろんなとこ見ないでね。
I thought you didn't even have any stuff. Got it. I accepted the key and parted with Fal in the hallway. She apparently had to go someplace on campus. I watched her leave, hoping it really wasn't another request, then left for her house. Sorry to intrude. I called out before stepping inside. It wasn't the first time I'd come here. But now that I was alone, it made me a bit nervous. To enter a girl's room on your own wasn't a chance you wouldn't often get in your life. I wondered what she wanted to talk me. Wondered what that. Bah! Hey, I was already thinking today, for the fact that I haven't read out something in about a week, I'm actually doing pretty good. And then wondered what killed me. I wondered what she wanted to talk. You see that? Wondered what wanted to talk to. This is like a tongue twister or something. I wondered what she wanted to talk to me about. There we go. About the future, she'd said. My heart began to race at the thought. I realized it was bad form to snoop around, but I couldn't stop my eyes from restlessly wandering about. There really isn't much stuff in this room. I'd had that impression before, but now that I was here alone, it became especially glaring. It didn't bother me as much before with Val in the room, and with me being able to see her as she was cooking dinner. As I let my train of thoughts run like that, I aimlessly loitered around the room. I wasn't calm enough to be able to sit still in a chair for more than a few minutes. Huh? What was that? A bundle of oh no, what is that? A bundle of sheets left in disorder on top of the table entered my field of vision. With my curiosity piqued, I decided to check it out, despite knowing I really shouldn't. Looks like some sort of notice. At that moment, I realized it wasn't Val's handwriting. Oh my holy mother of God! If that is a letter by Ari, I swear to God, I am a sorcerer. I hope... Nah, but... Okay, it is possible that Ari wrote to Val, but that my bullshit theory can't be real. Now that I think about it, it's even more probable that it's something like a letter from her former foster home or something like that. From the orphanage, I don't know. To be frank, the handwriting wasn't exactly pretty. Ah, okay, so it's not Ari. All good. I already started... This is the problem with me. When I start making up my own headcanon, it becomes actual canon. Well, like, in my head at least. Was she asked to correct this? More requests after all. Wondering if I couldn't help her with this when she returned, I picked up the sheets of paper, curious as to their contents. I skimmed them a bit and concluded it must have been a paper of sorts analyzing some part of musical history I remembered having received as homework once. When I read a bit further, I noticed something odd. There were musical symbols written in pretty curves here and there on the pages, seemingly having been written by a different person altogether. And then I recalled having seen these symbols before not too long ago. Is this Val's handwriting? The musical symbols and characters were exceedingly neat, yet everything else was sloppy, as though it was written by someone else. I noticed another set of sheets on the desk and picked them up. There was nothing written on the first few pages, but the rest was closely packed with single words. Sort of like the worksheets I used to use when learning to read and write when I was little. The same words and phrases were repeated endlessly in clumsy handwriting. Could this be... really Val's handwriting? Come to think of it, when I helped her copy scores once, she did mention her handwriting wasn't very good. At the time, I could have only assumed she was joking. Yeah, I actually remember that. Huh. Had being an orphan really impacted her development to such an extent? Hey, you listen, sir, before you judge people with bad handwritings. Like, this has nothing to do with bad development or something, it's just that my hands basically don't do what I want, so stop judging. On the very bottom of the pack, the handwriting was almost painful to look at. The further you went up, the better it became. It had gotten to a level you still couldn't call good, even as flattery, like the stuff I'd felt awkward about just now. This was undoubtedly something Val had written. She is such a hard worker. Those were all the words I could think of. It certainly wasn't just talent that had made her so dependable and skillful. In fact, her starting line had been numerous skill levels below other people, but due to the hard work, she'd been able to make it to where she was now. I returned the bundle of paper to its original state and sat down on a chair. I wondered how to express this emotion welling up within me. It might be a bit different from love. but all I could think of was whether or not there was something I could do for her. But what could I do? She had told me of her dreams of becoming a professional on the deserted stage. How she wanted to live by singing. There was something I could do right now. It was to stand on stage together with her tomorrow and put up the best performance I had ever given. That was all.
ただいま。クリスさん、いる？
Yep, I'm here. I answered in a small voice, which she might not have heard, as it seemed she only first noticed me when she came into the room.
よかった。ただいま。
Welcome back, I said brightly and turned to water.
お腹は空いた？何か作ろうか？
That's okay, you must be tired.
空いたかどうか聞いてるの。
I am hungry.
よろしい。じゃあ、ちょっと待っててね。
As I watched her from behind, the room that had felt so bleak before suddenly regained its color. After a peaceful lunch, we had something warm to drink, while gossiping about nothing in particular. Val had a... That was a quick lunch, though. But she probably didn't cook. Probably just bread or something. Val had changed out of her uniform into something more casual. She had yet to touch on the matter she'd said she wanted to discuss with me. Right when I stopped caring either way, Val looked over her shoulder at the clock on the wall. She let out a deep sigh, then languidly got on her feet. She walked up to the windowsill and gazed at the incessant downpour outside. Without looking back, she inquired,
ねえ、クリスさん。私のことどう思う？
Perplexed at that sudden question, I had to search for an answer for a moment. I knew I could give her the answer she was hoping for.
ひどい人だと思ったことはある？
Her? Now that is, that is kinda her. Before I could answer, Val threw me another question. No, I've never thought of you as that.
本当に？
Really?
でもね、私は本当にひどいことばかりしているの。信じられない？
I don't believe you.
やっぱり。
With that, she finally averted her eyes from the scenery outside and faced me. What's wrong? Why ask me that all of a sudden?
なんでもない。ねえ、そっち行ってもいいかな？
Oh, no, lady. That is not how it works. You did something bad, Chris apparently needs to know about, and now you're not talking about it. That is a no-go. I hate people who say like, yep, no, actually no reason. There's no reason why I asked at which time you come home and where your butcher knives are. Just total coincidence, you know. Like, come on. Don't be that guy. Or that lady. Or that girl. Another unrelated question out of nowhere. She went to sit next to me without waiting for my response.
ねえ、クリスさん。
What? Her face came closer.
私のこと好き？
That really depends on what you did, though. Like the way she said that, it has something to do with Chris. I mean, it has to, right? Now I'm not even... You know, the good thing is, I was told there is some sort of twist coming, but with that scene, I think I would have got that myself here. Like, why would she ask that? What did she do? I mean, it could be something completely random, like in the orphanage, I killed a kid. Like, totally random stuff. But the way she said it, it came off like, I don't know. She wrote, Ari, let him go, he's more into me, or something like that. The crucial question finally came. I'd been expecting it to a certain extent. The answer to it was already engraved into my heart. All that remained was to put it into words. Yeah, I like you.
そう。ありがとう。
She closed her eyes. I knew what I had to do. It wasn't a first for me. But my extreme nervousness had made my lips dry. I licked them a few times, then gently pressed my lips to hers. Our contact lasted for but a fraction of a moment. Through a mixture of embarrassment and affection, I suddenly felt like embracing her. In fact, it was probably natural to do so right now, but the girl beat me to the punch. As we sat embracing each other, my lips met hers again. What? I had a feeling I could hear a voice in the distance.
なんだよ、それ。
Yeah, I completely forgot about Asino now that I think about it. There was this whole thing, he was angry with Chris and stuff. Huh? Fire released me and turned her gaze to the origin of the voice.
なんだよこれは。
Ashino-san.
What? I turned my head in the direction Fal was looking and saw Asino standing there. I had no idea what he was saying, or what he was doing here in the first place. It all went beyond my comprehension. All I could do was look on in blank amazement.
ここに来れば全てがわかるって、そういう意味だったのかよ。
ごめんなさい。そういう意味だったの。
説明してくれよ。
説明も何も。私が好きなのはクリスさんなの。だからパートナーもあなたではなくクリスさんに頼んだのよ。言葉で言ってもよかったんだけど、この方がわかりやすいかと思って。
Wow, you're a bitch! What the fuck? What? Okay, now I get the cruel part. What the hell? This is so absurd, it's kind of funny. Why would she do that? What even? And what kind of relationship are they? I guess we will find out now. Fal, what are you talking about? What was the meaning of this? My gaze jumped between the two of them, but neither ever looked in my direction. Asino, what is the meaning of this?
はい、黙ってろ。
大きな声を出すのはやめて。ごめんなさい。私はあなたを利用しただけなの。
Who? Asino or Chris?
いいよ。
Asino.
あなたに近づいたのはクリスさんのことが知りたかっただけ。でもあなたには本当に感謝してるわ。
Next to me, Fal extended her arm and gently caressed my cheek. The coquettish gesture sent a shiver down my spine. I leaned away from the smiling girl and slowly removed her hand from my face. Fal?
どうしてクリスなんだ。みんなそうだ。先生もあんたも。
理由なんて人それぞれでしょ。
俺は
何？
貴族だぞ。それがクリスよりも劣ってるっていうのが。
そういう考えが嫌いだって言わなかったかしら。
Yeah, that is actually a fair point, though.
だって俺だけは違うって。
Okay, now, yeah, I'm going to talk later about it. This is too good right now.
何が違うの？ねえ、どこが違うって言えるの？
Lady, I'm hearing everything.
貴族だかなんだか知らないけど、彼はあなたよりも劣ってないってそう言い張ってるの。
Just stop it! Please, someone explain to me what is going on. I beg of you.
違う、そんなことは言ってない。
あら、おかしなことを言うのね。さっき間違いなくそう言ったじゃない。
違う。なんでクリスなんだよ。
That is actually a fair question.
あなただって利用しようとしてただけじゃない。
Using me.
違うんだ。俺たちは友人だった。いや、友人だ。だって
利用する価値があるから友達だって私に言ったでしょ。
あれは
本心じゃなかった？車に構えてシニカルなふりをするくらいなら最初からそんなことしなければいいの。
でも
そうすることでしか保てないような安っぽい自尊心しか持っていないからあなたはダメなのよ。
Asino looked on like a child who had just had his candy stolen. As he powerlessly reclined against the wall, he no longer spoke. Were those two acting out some kind of play? Would they start laughing if I cried out, telling me it had all been a joke? You two, this is some sort of joke, right?
ごめんなさいクリスさん。これは全部本当のことなのよ。
You're lying.
クリスさん、あなたの友達はこんなにもひどい人でした。
Bitch, you ain't
真
much
実を知ることが
better.
できて嬉しい。
No. Okay, no, I'll talk later about it. Jesus Christ.
違う。俺はクリス。違うんだ。
Like I said, just explain this to me, please. Asino. I stood up and walked up to Asino. He trembled for an instant as he looked at my face.
そんなつもりじゃなかった。
No, that is not what I meant. This is a joke, right? You two are just trying to fool me, right? Asino just shook his head. Why would you pull such an elaborate prank? Tell me, Fa.
だから冗談じゃないの。分かってクリスさん。これは全て真実なの。
Yeah, but what though? Like, there has yet to happen. Like, why should he be super mad with Asino now? I don't understand. Like, if he befriended Chris because he wanted something of him, because he thought he was, like, useful or worthy or something like that. I mean, okay, it's a shitty motive to start a friendship, but hell, they could be super best friends by now. If these were his feelings in the beginning, okay, it's shitty, but nothing horrible. Or am I not understanding something?
信じたくないでしょうけど、私はひどい人間で、アーシノさんもひどい人間だったって。
Yeah, to be
それ
honest,
だけのことなの。
to be totally honest, I'm way more angry with you than with him. Like, for real. Like, I'm actually way more angry with her than with him. Am I the weird one? Val said directly, as though she were making idle chit-chat. Her tone was oddly gentle, which had the opposite effect of creeping me out. And, while it was difficult to swallow, it began to dawn on me that all of this was indeed real. Until just now, I would have never imagined I could ever feel this way about her. Only minutes ago I kissed her, embraced her, told her I liked her. But now I saw a completely different person in front of me. Does that mean you've been deceiving me all along?
そういうこと。
And Asino.
そうね。利用させてもらったわ。とっても役に立ってくれたんだけど、どうも勘違いをしちゃったみたいなの。そのまま身を引いてくれればいいお友達になれたのにね。
Oh! So she's not at all into him or what? Do I understand that right? So she's actually not at all in love with him. She's just using him. Only. Just and only. Right? Man, I don't know. Just shut up, Val. Why do you say things like that? I don't understand.
さっき言ったじゃない。私はひどい人間だって。
Just when I was about to respond to that, I heard something slide against the wall behind me. Asino had gotten up to his feet, using the wall to support himself.
俺は帰るよ。
Wait, Asino, we're not done yet.
来るな。 しておいてくれ。頼むよ。悪かったから。
Sorry about what?
利用しようとしてたんだ。彼女の言う通りだよ。
I don't care about that. Weren't you being used as well?
よくないんだクリス。本当に悪かった。だから一人にさせてくれ。
I don't understand. I don't understand. Used for what? So did Asino befriend Chris so Val could come closer to Chris? Or what is going on? I am so not understanding this. Asino.
さっきの言葉少し。
Whoops. Without a sound, Asino opened the door and went out. What is going on? My body would no longer move. My entire world had suddenly come crumbling down. I was left behind in the room. Even breathing had become painful, as I was tormented by countless questions in my head. If only I turned around, I would find the answer to many of those questions. But I found myself unable to.
クリスさん、
A gentle voice came forth behind me. Mustering the little strength I had left, I turned my body to face her.
突然ごめんね。こんなことになっちゃって。
Why? Why would you do something like this?
彼の言った通りよ。私はあなたに近づくために彼に近づいて利用したの。
Why?
だってあなたが好きだったから。
Aha, okay, so that is real. Okay, this is complicated, man. Liar.
これは本当よ。そのためにあなたのことを調べてここまでやってきたんじゃない。
You investigated me. Why would you have to do that?
それしか方法が思いつかなかったから。
You're lying. Then why would you expose yourself to me? Wouldn't it have been better to keep your mouth shut? Just what is the truth and what is the lie?
さっきから本当のことしか言ってないのに。私はただ本当の私を知ってほしかっただけなの。
That you're a cruel human being? Then why didn't you just tell me so? Why do you need to hurt Asino as well?
だって言ってたのに信じてくれなかったじゃない。
Of course I didn't. After all, she was so diligent, gentle and eager, and...
ほらね。だからこうして分からせてあげる必要があったんじゃない。
Oh, not at all, lady, not at all. If you told him that, that would have worked as well without making Asino a mess, without breaking him, basically. It wasn't necessary.
私にはあったの。ねえ、私のことどう思う？私は自分のことを知ってほしかった。こんなにひどいことをする女だって。
Why?
それでも好きだって言ってほしかったから。
Oh, lady, that is not going to happen if I was Chris. If I was Chris, I'd take a big dump on your little table there, right there on your papers. Like, what even? I wondered if those were her true feelings. But even if they were, I wasn't sure I could still say I liked her. This was just so... This has all just been so ridiculous. In the corner of my mind, I still held on to the silver of hope that this had all been a bad joke. It wasn't too late. If she smiled at me and told me it was all a joke now, everything would still end peacefully. Can I ask you one more time?
どうぞ。
This is some sort of joke, right?
これは真実よ。ごめんなさい。期待に添えない答えで。
Why me? You were lying when you told me you liked me, right?
好きよ。クリスさんのこと。
Why?
あなたのフォルテールの音。あなたの音には他の人にはない魅力があるわ。それは決して他の人間が真似したり 誰かが代用したりできるものじゃない。初めて聞いた時からあなたしかいないって思った。
Aha!
この人となら上を目指せると思った。
And there is your actual motive, lady.
私の夢のために。
Ha! So in the end, you were just using me as well.
そうね、それも真実よ。
She admitted casually and resumed her stream of words.
でも誰かが誰かを利用するなんて当たり前のことじゃない。学院に通っているのだって私を見つけた人間が私を利用しようとしているからそれに乗っただけ。私は学費が免除されこうして住むところも安く手に入れることができた。そして歌を学ぶことができた。代わりに私はこの世界で上へ登り続けるわ。そうすれば私を推薦したその人の地位だって上がるし両方が得でしょ。
That is just wrong.
どこが？
Everything is.
でも私はそうして生きてきたしこれからもそうして生きていくつもり。そのためにはクリスさんの力が必要なのよ。
Then your way of handling it is wrong.
そうね、そう思うわ。
She honestly admitted and shook her head. What?
言わなかった。それでも私はあなたに好きだって言ってほしかったの。
She had a serious expression on her face. If only I could read minds. Her words seemed so believable that I was starting to resort to making such foolish wishes. Actually, I'd already pretty much started to believe her. If she was lying now, there had been no point in bringing Asino over. Yeah, that is actually true, though. That is kind of true. Like, if she was only playing the game to actually ascend in the world of music, she didn't need to tell him at all. So that is kinda, you know, kind of a proof that she actually likes him, I guess. But still, like, what the fuck? This is also what the fuck? The moment I realized this, my chest began to hurt. She did this was something as stupid as that? She hurt Asino for that? But then again, to her, this might have been something extremely important.
だからこうして真実を話して私がどういう人間だったか知ってもらってその上で一緒にやっていきたいと言っているの。もう一度言うわ。クリスさん、私と一緒に来てくれる？
Val walked up to me and leaned her face close to mine, like before.
クリスさん、私のこと好き？
I couldn't answer, even though it was the same question as before.
なら嫌い？
I responded with silence to that as well. I hadn't even had enough time to fully wrap my head around the current state of affairs. There was no way I could get my feelings in order that quickly.
何も答えてくれないのね。
I don't want to be used.
ならあなたも私を利用すればいいじゃない。
I don't want to use you either.
本当に？何も？
For nothing.
私のことさっきは好きだって言ってくれたでしょ。その気持ちは今はもう全然残っていないの？答えがないってことは少しは期待していいのかな。
She said and began to strip out of her clothes right in front of my eyes. What? Aha! Soon! I'm not saying it makes no sense. I'm kinda taken by surprise though. Soon all that remained on her was a thin camisole, as the white skin of the exposed girl burned itself into my retina. I immediately averted my eyes. Stop it.
やめないね
She cooed into my ear after having drawn even closer to
え
me.
私を利用すればいいじゃない私はあなたのことが好きだって言ってるしあなただってさっきまで好きだって
Shut up! I don't want to be used, and I don't want to use you.
誰だってしてることよ私だってあなただって
The girl's arms gently wrapped themselves around my shoulders. Walk through time. So apparently I'm supposed to say shut up. Makes sense. Just stop is probably not enough anymore at this point. Shut up! Oh, that was actually like a loud yell, but I can't yell that loud here. Like, shut up! Only in much, much louder. 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 L-O-U-D-E-R. English. I let my anger get the better of me and roughly swept away her arms. Sorry. I promptly apologized, but went silent straight after and averted my eyes from her. The bait made some rhythmic creaking noises that gradually died down. The beating of my heart, on the other hand, gradually flared up, and my ears began to hurt despite it being quiet. I soon became accustomed to the silence and began to hear the girl steadily breathing. And I became unable to ignore the sight of the girl in the corner of my eye. What? She had collapsed onto the bed and was staring at me intently. It inspired compassion as she looked on with eyes filled with both resentment and cries for salvation.
本当に嫌いになったの私ならいいんだよ
Her voice sounded warped. Or perhaps it was the world that had become warped. Everything ceased to matter to me. And finally she said,
だって私はクリスさんのことを愛しているんだから
Ooh, that kinda sounded creepy. Shut the hell up! What happened after that, I could not remember clearly. I never would have thought there was a part in me that could manifest such enormous rage. It wasn't so much anger as it was intense grief and frustration. On the verge of tears, I had done as I pleased with her body. Aha! And even though my memory was one big blur, I could fragmently recall things like the way she had felt, or the way she had smelled in vivid detail.
ねえ少し話をしましょうか
I positioned myself on the edge of the bed, lethargically looking at the floor. I couldn't even manage to nod to her, and kept silent.
結局のところ人は一人では生きていけないの私もあなたも
That is different.
それは言葉を変えてるだけしてることは同じでしょ
I'm sure no one thinks about it the way you do.
じゃあどう思ってるっていうの
They're helping each other out. They respect each other, are grateful to have one another, and do things just because they want to do things for each other. That is why I just made angry sex to you. I'm not even sure if that was... Like, was that... Like, I guess, there was consent, since, you know, she wanted him to fuck her. But the way they described it sounded kinda rapey, you know? I am not even sure anymore. What poured forth from my lips was idealism I barely even believed in myself. But it was the only thing I could think of to oppose her vision.
助け合うね同じだって言ってるのにそれに私だって他人を尊敬することくらいはあるよもっとも私は誰にも感謝はしないけどね
I wondered if that was really true. If having any kind of relationship with someone, or having someone do something for you meant for you to be using that person, then what she said might hold true.
私は幸せになりたい
she suddenly murmured.
私は歌うことで今まで生きてきた。幼い頃は路上で歌ってその金で生きていたこともあったわ。孤児院に入って生きるために歌わなくなってからも自分を認めてもらうたでもだからといって歌は手段ではなくいつでも目的だった。そのための努力を惜しんだこともないわ。いつだって練習して人間関係で揉めないように頼まれごとは笑顔で引き受けたり。
I knew that better than anyone else. She was strict with herself and never neglected her duties. Her dreams she once talked to me about, as well as the values she was talking about now, were most likely all genuine.
それもすべて歌を歌って生きていきたいから。
And you need me to achieve this.
そうよ。あなたは私にとって必要なの。
I still didn't know how to answer. My flared up emotions had subsided, and perhaps because of that, I had lost the will to make a decision. It hadn't completely vanished, but it was lying dormant, smoldering somewhere deep inside my body.
一ついい？
Sure.
明日の卒業発表だけはなんとか出てくれないかな。私はもうクリスさんのパートナーとしての登録を済ませてしまってるから今さら声楽科の発表には出られないのよ。声楽科の3年生以外ならある程度融通は利くんだけどね。
Then why did you do this now?
答えは
Fal ignored my question and asked for confirmation. I will. I promise.
ありがとう。それで最初の質問まだ答えなくてもいいから。
Why not?
まだ悩んでいるみたいだしすぐに答えを出すことが必ずしも最良ではないから。
Okay. That is fine with me.
ありがとう。
Oh my god, okay, then let's end this here. Oh, Jesus. Maybe... Oh, the rain is so fucking loud on my ears. Okay, let's read on a little bit until the rain stops. I was walking through the dark alleys at night. I really longed for my bed right now. The rain had suddenly strengthened again, and I felt cold. I didn't have the energy to run, but still walked home as quickly as I could muster. Ah. Okay. And now he's probably realizing that Forney's gone and stuff. This will be sad. Oh, and the background music is also sad. Oh well. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Again, what the fuck? Ha. Now, of course, I didn't see this coming, to be honest. I couldn't claim that I did see this coming. I mean, it was true, my theory, which basically was kind of obvious, that Asino was into Fal was true, but also at the same time, apparently Fal is a bitch. Now, the thing is, I'm not saying it is unrealistic for her to have this kind of way looking at life. She was an orphan, apparently she lived on the streets, and at some point she thought, like, I'm going to be the ultimate cynical asshole who just thinks everyone is using each other for some reason. Yay! I just... you know what it is, probably. You know what it probably is. I hate... We call that in Germany West Pocket philosophy. Like a philosophical thought that has basically no basis, and it's just something you probably never even really questioned and thought about, you know? Like a little book that fits in your West Pocket. And it's so stupid, you know? That is such a stupid way at looking at things. And Chris is like, yeah, maybe she's true, right? And she isn't even like, ah man, I'm not an edgy teenager anymore. I'm not 15. I'm not as depressed as I was with 15. Like, come on, dude. Like, such a stupid way of looking at things. Such a stupid way. And again, I'm not questioning if it is realistic or not. I'd say if someone had lived the life of Val, you could end up with the conclusion she made for herself. But again, it's stupid. It's stupid in my opinion. It's a stupid way of thinking. And also, like all of this, like I feel it is weird. On the other hand, this is so, like she's a psychopath. Like she's a psychopath. On the other hand, she's probably not really a psychopath, since apparently she's really kind of in love. But it's also, at the same time, it's a really weird kind of love. Like she's in love with Chris's music and Chris's talent, but not really with Chris. Like there is probably nothing about Chris as a person she probably likes more than another people, you know? And I can't get over the fact that they slept with each other. That was weird. Like, that is kinda unacceptable, to be honest. Like, what is even wrong with him? Am I the only person in the world who wouldn't have angry sex with someone after such a revelation? Like, this felt too much telenovela. Gotta be honest here. This felt too much like I turn on the TV at 3 p.m. and watch some kind of private TV station, and there is some kind of like the life and days of Val and Chris. Actually, I've used you from the beginning. No! And Asino used you as well. No! My god! And your mother and your son-in-law were there too. Oh my god! You know what I'm saying? On the other hand, I think, like as mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm kind of torn on that. Because if she is some sort of psychopath, you know, it is obvious that she doesn't show her true motives and her true thoughts. I mean, she just fits in well. She does what she needs to do, and she uses people for what she needs. And if she behaves that way, she can get more easily to what she wants and what she longs for. And in that case, I mean, it makes sense that you didn't see that side of her until now. It makes sense. But it's so weird. You know what it is, probably? You know what it is that is probably upsetting me? It is not upsetting that the story makes no sense or something like that. It is just upsetting me that this happened at all. Like, this is the reason why I don't watch these shitty romance series. It's just aggravating. In the end, you're just angry. Or with harem animes. In harem animes, it's always like there are 5 girls and only one of them will end up with the protagonist, and you're just sad for the other people. It's just sad, is that? This is all just sad. Like, who wants to be with a person who looks at life like that? I wouldn't. Oh, well, fuck it. Maybe I have some more collected thoughts next episode. I don't know how long I rambled now. Probably way too long. But you know what? I'm just leaving it in. Because I guess you can't get a much more genuine reaction than the one I just had. I'm so fucking confused. The more I think about it, the more I think this actually makes sense. Like story-wise, but I still don't like it. But I don't like it because it is a shit show. That is why I don't like it. It is a shit show, but it makes sense. It makes sense in the story. But now Chris's life is basically a shit show, and that is why I'm kind of hating it. But I guess I'm supposed to feel that way after all this is revealed, you know? So good on you, game? Man. Alright, so thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next episode. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.